Okay, I have a goal to have $100,000 invested in stocks across all my different brokerages and Roth IRA and 401ks. Uh, I'm at $77,394, and that took me just under 3 years, so 2.75 years, 2.5 years. And that's while I was trying to also build a real estate portfolio and just living life. But I'm going to show you how I did that. I didn't get lucky and individually pick stocks that just flew up. That's been slow, consistent growth. We want it to be reliable, something you can build a system off of, something that's boring and slow and easy. Yeah, we're going to start off. You need to have a good job. I've already said that, but making a decent check lets you weather these storms, lets everything we're about to do become easier, which you obviously know. But just like I said, find an easy job that you can handle and or deal with, that you can tolerate, and that pays well. I didn't think I would be trucking, but it was so quick. I could get into it very quickly, and it paid over $100,000. I've been able to do that for 3 years, so you can stack up some money that way. First, once you get that good job, you need to have the self-discipline to get on a budget. Your income may buy your freedom, but the budget's going to keep it. And you got to have the self-discipline, the budget. If you can get your housing, your food, and your gas, that's what the big expenses were for me. And in my case, with a driving job, it had a compound effect working all the time. I'm not only not spending money on things, I'm making it. And since I was a CDL, over-the-road truck driver, I had my house with me, so no housing expense. I wasn't paying for a house back home or paying rent. I was on the road stacking it up, and whenever I went back, I would just stay with family, but I was rarely back, which is a grind. But with my job, I got a meal voucher, so we got $25 a day for food, which I didn't usually put towards food. I tried to bank as much of that as I can just as extra money. And when I did get food, I'd get non-perishable things so I could hold on to them and stockpile them and continue to not spend money. And I was so proud of myself when I eventually got my grocery bill for the week to under $50. That was a huge win, and I know not everyone can do that. And once again, it's because I'm good at suffering, and it's just me. I'm just buying for myself, so I was able to save money that way. And the last one, not spending money on gas. I wasn't driving anywhere personally, like in my personal vehicle. If I did drive anywhere in my rental car, it was paid for by the company. And I'm usually not driving, though. I'm usually making money. I'm not going out and doing other things. If you get those all under control and just get your expenses as low as you can have more to invest, and that becomes easier to do these small daily investments. And what should you invest in? The bedrock of my portfolio is 2 stocks. One's an ETF and the other's a REIT. That's a real estate investment trust, and an ETF's an exchange traded fund, which is like just a bunch of stocks put together, kind of a conglomerate. I'm rocking with VOO. I've just been kind of following along like you watching this video. I've been watching someone else for years that I've seen their progress on how they've been investing in it, and just kind of kept it in my mind to check on it and see how it's performed. And it's been satisfying enough for me to pull the trigger on it and invest into it. You're probably not going to find many people that tell you that that's a bad idea, you shouldn't do that. They may say that there's better things you could do where you can make more money. This isn't the highest return there is out there, but it's a safe, predictable one. Pretty much everyone universally would agree that ETFs or a broad market ETF of the index of the whole market is generally a good idea to have in your portfolio. So VOO, and then O, which is Realty Income. That's my REIT that I was telling you about. A lot of acronyms flying at you. But yeah, the REIT is just a real estate business where it's just got a portfolio of a lot of different commercial real estate, and like Dollar General, Walgreens, and Walmart, and other companies like that. I actually don't even know if Walmart's in there. I may have lied on that one. But it's been referred to as the monthly dividend company because they pay a dividend each month. And we'll talk more about that later. But those are the two that I am very comfortable in recommending to people and for myself just to keep consistently investing into. I have done a couple of individual stocks, but that's more like fun money. Next step here, you're going to want to automate that. You want to take the emotion out of it. Just have your investments on autopilot. That's what I've been doing. I've been investing since the beginning of the year, $50 every day, every business day of the week. Because you have that good job, you probably won't even feel it. I wanted on the daily investments, I would start off with maybe $5 a day and see if you, at the end of the week, if you even noticed. I gotta tell you, I've been lucky to have a good job. So the $50 a day, I didn't even notice. I thought that'd be a little much, but I hadn't even noticed it, which sounds cocky, but I think you'd be pretty surprised that you can start growing your retirement machine in the background, hands-free. And while it's steadily growing on autopilot, I'm out there trying to make more money myself, trying to fuel it. And with your daily investments, you do something called dollar cost averaging, which is something that works in your favor. With your set amount that you're investing every month, when the market's down, you end up buying more of the shares, so your money goes further. And when it's, the market's higher, it buys less of the shares. So it brings your average price per share down. Once you've done all this and you get that system set up where you're dollar cost averaging, buying shares every day, and you're starting to watch the progress, you can start to gamify it, and that will really keep you going for the long haul. When you can find the fun in the process, you're gonna have to start making the small wins matter. That's a big deal. That can be all kinds of different things too. That could be getting a certain amount invested, or reaching so many shares in a stock. Whenever I was investing in Realty Income, I was getting motivated, just I hit 50 shares, I hit 75 shares, I got 100 shares of Realty Income. I'm up to 400 shares now, and that's just, you just hit little goals. You're like, yes, yes, and you just keep plowing away, and before you know it, you're 3/4 of the way to your $100,000 goal. You can't think, oh man, I've only got $1,000 invested, I need 100 times that. It's going to take forever. You got to just start hitting the little goals. You start to get momentum with each one. You want to, I got $50,000 invested, and I was like, that is something. I've got a whole car worth in stocks. But it's, now I'm at 75 and we're on our way to 100. Any little milestones like that, having the dividends early on is motivating. I got $10 a month, then I got $20 a month, and I was $50 a month, and I was like, we're going places. And then now I'm at 110. When you start thinking about it, that's my phone bill, that's Netflix, I can go eat out this week, that's covered by dividends. I feel better knowing that my net worth is growing each month. I did invest all of first into the Realty Income because I liked seeing the progress every month. It's motivating. I don't know if you've seen this. You probably heard of Dave Ramsey and the baby steps. Well, this is kind of just like his approach, where maybe you don't pay off the most high interest debt first because it's maybe the biggest. Maybe pay off the smallest debt you have first, so a $300 on your credit card. You pay that off completely, you got progress, you got momentum, and then it motivates you to keep going. And that's exactly what I got with the dividends. You could really see the compounding happen. I know it's nothing but in the beginning, but I was like, oh, I bought a share, I'm making $0.25 more than I did last month, and that reinvested. I'm gonna buy even more next time. And even though that little increment going up is just a big deal to me. It was like I'm making progress and my money's working in the background. And I can tell you right now, if you're gonna tell some people about your small wins, they're probably gonna be like, that's nothing. But here, we'll clap for you. You let me know. I'm celebrating everybody's small wins. That's what it's all about on the way to the ultimate goal. But you gotta clap for yourself in the shadows. Now this is a big number, and you might think it's like unattainable, but when you get in the zone, when you get in the groove and you start doing a system where like you just do this every day, the daily investments where you take the emotion out of it, you're not even thinking about it, it's just happening. And that's kind of motivating for me too. Is like whenever I wake up, I'm like, I'm $50 in the hole. I better go out there and make some money today, or we're dying. We're gonna die. But yeah, you can no doubt do this yourself. Just follow the proven systems and strategies. It's not my brainchild. This is something that's just historically worked for so many in the fire community to be able to retire early. And if you have no idea where to start, if you don't have a good job, if you need to start making some income, watch my last video. Somewhere you can go get a CDL job and you would definitely get hired, start making 100K and start plowing it in there. Let's get closer and closer to stop working.